Welcome to ENGL 101. My name is Professor H, and this video is about showing you how to use Moodle. Now, right now, you are on your home page. This is the main page of your ENGL 101 classroom. The very first thing, everything is listed here: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, and week 8. All of your assignments and quizzes and forums are inside these modules. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on this module for week 1. You're going to notice first thing that it scrolls down. Everything up here under first steps, deadline, notice, and review, all of this is for you to just read. So this is like your textbook, okay? For you to prep your lesson, figure out what your weekly lesson is going to be about, that sort of thing. Then you scroll down, and these are your assignments, right? So I'll repeat here. First steps, deadline, and review. These are just things that you read and listen to. Then down here, these are the things you're going to actively do every week. So for week 1, you have a discussion 1 forum, you have a practice forum, you have a values affirmation assignment, you have a quiz 1 assignment, and you have an illustrative essay assignment. And then your discussion 1 and practice forum 1, your first post is due on Thursday, and then you have until Saturday to respond to 2 students. So for when you do your forums, you have 2 deadlines, Thursday and Saturday. So for your introduction, for instance, so you're going to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Jane Smith, and I came to LAPU because. So you post your first introduction post, the introduction of yourself, Thursday of week 1. Then you want to read 2 other student posts and respond to them. Then you have till Saturday to respond to 2 students. So your 2 deadlines for both forums is Thursday and Saturday. And then you have a whole bunch of assignments that's due on Monday, week 2 at 8 a.m. Pacific. And so here you have a values affirmation assignment, you have a quiz 1 assignment, and you have an illustrative essay assignment. So let's start opening these up. So here, okay, the first steps, deadline, and review, all of this is just for reading. And then here, under respond by Thursday, this is what you're going to be doing, your forums, and then here, your assignments. So all you have to do is remember reading, forums, assignments. So reading, forums, assignments, RFA, there you go, RAFA. That's how you navigate your, reading, forums, assignments. I just made that up off the top of my head, RAFA. So that's one way of remembering how you navigate your, and every week, okay, it's going to be the same thing, all right? You're going to be doing reading on top here. Then you have your forum, and then you have your assignment. So what's different in week 2 is there's no practice forum. It's just 1 forum, but every week it's RAFA. You've got the reading, the forum, and then the assignment. So that's the very first thing you need to understand, how to navigate your class. And then on the side here, this is where you can watch my welcome video in order to figure out who I am and what this class is about. Here you have a study room where you can enter and talk to other students from other ENGL 101 classes. And then I don't really use this very much. And here, if you ask C, and so that pretty much covers your what you're going to be doing. So for week 1, you are going to be reading the top part, FDR. The whole thing is just for reading. Then you have your practice. Then you have your forums, and then you have your assignments. And so for week 1, you actually have 5 assignments. You have your introduction and the writing process. You have your practice forum 1. You have your values affirmation, and you have your quiz, basic essay formatting, and you have your illustrative essay. So for this video, all I wanted to do was show you the basic format of each of these modules. As you could see, for week 3, it's also the same, in which you have your reading, then you have your forums, and then you have your assignments. So reading, forums, assignments. And so each week, all right, so if I'm in week 4, the same thing. You have a lot of reading, okay? Here you have a lot of reading and videos. And then you have 1 forum, and then you have 2 assignments, a quiz 4 and a persuasive essay 1. And then if I go into week 5, same thing. Here you have a lot of reading to do. Then you have 2 forums to do, and then you have your assignments. So every week is the same format in which you have reading, forums, and assignments. And that's all I'm going to cover in this particular video, is for you to just understanding the overall formatting, because students were so confused in my previous class. They couldn't figure out how to use this classroom. And in case you're wondering, this entire classroom, the name of this classroom program is known as Moodle, M-O-O-D-L-E. Just in case you want to Google it for yourself and Google some YouTubes on how to use Moodle. So it's spelled M-O-O, like moo, like in a cow, and then D-L-E, like candle, D-L-E, Moodle. And don't ask me why they called it Moodle. I'm sure you can find that on the web as to why they called it that. But anyway, so if you have any questions, all right, you can always email me, and you have some support resources, and some of the stuff here you may not see on your column, because you get student view. So you can have support resources, course resources, dashboard. Oh, and if you look at the calendar, this is a pretty neat trick. If you look at the calendar, then every week they will show you what's due. Okay, so let's say you're at the beginning of, let's say you guys are in July, aren't you? So let's see if I can move this to July. You guys are the summer session, right? So you're going to start on July 5th, and it doesn't seem to have a July 5th. Okay, this is for my spring session, but you get the idea, all right? Every week, all right, if you want to know what is due, you should click on calendar. So calendar is down here, all right, underneath your dashboard, and week 1 underneath all your modules, all right. So here in calendar, you can then access what's due and on what date everything is due. Then, if you're wondering, but when is the last day of the class? So for summer session 1, and then I go over here, Friday, July 1st is the end of summer set. That's the current class I'm doing right now. And so your class is going to be summer session 2. You guys are going to start on July 5th. So this is my previous class. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you can go to calendar to access where and what is due. Another way to access your week 1, and so let's go back to our home page. Let's go back to this. And so like I said, when you scroll down to week 1, you have your reading, you have your forums, then you have your assignments. And then another way to access the modules, okay, these are known as modules. Module week 1, module week 2, module week 3, module week 4. Another way to access your, let's say I want to see week 1. Gee, this is what I'm doing for week 1. You can also, after I close this, you can also access week 1 by clicking on this. Same thing, okay? Week 1 and everything opens. And then if I close this, let's see. And then if I go to week 2, all right, and then you scroll down and you get week 2. So you have 2 ways to access your modules. These are also known as modules. Module week 1, module week 2, week 3, or you can click on these squares, which is also known as modules. So either you click on the links over here to access your assignments and your quizzes and your forums, or you click on these squares to access your assignments, quizzes, and forums. So in my next video, I will go over what it is you're going to do for week 1 and what your assignments are week by week. But for this video, all I wanted you to do is to know all the different parts of your home page. So if you have any questions, oh, and here you have your announcements. So when you log in, you should always go to your announcements to see what's new. And so here, if I have my older topics, this is what you're going to have, all of these announcements by the end of my class. Okay, as you could tell, this is my older class. Okay, so if you have any